Yankee said, "That's a volcano."
Where was that at?
In Sicily.
Sicily.
Yeah. We went up through there. We didn't land. We went to Naples, Italy, and you had to go by there for it. And that's the first port I went into, Naples, Italy. They're still fighting. You can hear them big guns up there fighting. But we'd go as close to the port of this fight as we could get. What was hauling stuff was for the Army service. And we'd go into a town as close up as we could get. And last trip I made, we went to Cherbourg, France, and picked up, the Germans had surrendered. We went to Cherbourg, France, and picked up some stuff and brought it back over here that they wasn't going to use.
Was you picked up the Germans too, or you picked up the stuff
Picked
that
up the stuff that the Army was using. They had them German prisoners. They hadn't turned them loose. They had them loading that stuff on that ship. But you wouldn't know those Germans. They could speak English as good as we could. They're just like we was. They're just doing that because they had to.
Did you tell James morning about stealing the sugar?
Yeah. Yeah, one of them folks holding a sack of sugar and was eating sugar, and one of them soldiers got a little bucket and put sugar in it and made him sit down on a deck, set that bucket of sugar between his legs and made him sit there and eat sugar.
He made one of the Germans do that? I guess he got a little sick, didn't he?
He got a belly full of sugar.
I bet he didn't steal no more sugar no more.
What got me though, we carried a bunch of beer for the Army over there in that first trip to Italy. It's in cardboard boxes like fruit jars come in. It's in glass jars or bottles. Them old tams in there unloaded. We didn't do no load and unload, we just got it to where it's going. And they'd have them longshoremen to unload it. They'd take a box of that beer and slam it like busting a watermelon, and then bust them bottoms in there and hold it up, and just corner down, that beer start coming through, and they'd drink that beer through that cardboard.
They was drinking y'all's beer though. I mean the soldiers' beer then, I guess. You didn't do none of that, did you?
No. We had a little order going over there. Some of them got caught with it when they got over there, and they got arrested. When there's four of us in a room together, and when we get a box of that, we drink it up and stick a bottle back in that box and throw it overboard.
Don't want to get caught with evidence.
In our room.
Yeah, don't want to get caught. I think that was the least of the worries of littering their ships that are getting. What's that?
Captain had, I think it was about 8 or 10 of them that got arrested. The captain had to go get them out of jail.
What was your job?
I worked storeroom.
Every time? Every different ship?
Yeah.
You remember any of the names of the ships?
David probably tell you, he got the best of them. One of them was SS Cottonwood, I can remember that.
What was the last one you was on?
Huh?
What was the last one you were on?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was an oil tanker.
That's when y'all was going to Hawaii, wasn't it?
Yeah. We went down to Aruba and picked up a load of oil. We was going down to Wichita with it. We got down our canal, and there's so many ships going through there, take 2 weeks to get your turn. And while we were sitting there waiting to go through, the Japs surrendered. And they'd sent us into Honolulu with that load of oil. That's tore up down there. I didn't even get off the ship down there. We went there for about a week. It don't take long to unload a load of oil. And,
did y'all hear about, I know y'all heard they surrendered, but were y'all listening when Truman came on and said that he dropped a big bomb on them, or?
We know they done it, but that's when the Japs surrendered. That second one, they told them if they didn't surrender, they was gonna put one right in the middle of Tokyo, but they didn't tell them they didn't have another.
Yeah.
They just had two. They was gonna have to make another before they could bomb it up.
Yeah. I would have.
If they get that started now, it'd be a nasty war.
Oh yeah, there's too many of them now, and they're way stronger.
That little gook up there in North Korea was liable to start one too, 'cause he even killed his kinfolks.
He sent back. I heard that he finally sent back those the military that got killed over there from the
They
Korean
talked
War.
about that on the news a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just the bones, probably, the tags.
You didn't have to do nothing during the
Old
Korean.
Trump put it to him straight, I
I think he did too.
think. He told me to tear his butt up if he messed with him.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. I think the deal is with Trump that people, they don't really know what he'll do. You know, I mean, there's some
Yeah,
presidents,
he's
there's some presidents that they know are smart enough to not do anything. They don't know if Trump's smart enough to not do it or not.
Well, he told that old North Korea guy that we had a bigger bomb than he had.
Yeah. Well, and we know ours can reach him. He don't know that his can reach us. So you didn't have to do nothing like they didn't after. You didn't have to do nothing for Korea because they've drafted for that stuff too, didn't they?
Yeah. Bill had to go there. He's drafted.
Yeah. Was you older? I mean, I know you were older
I
then,
come
but
back and,
how old was you during that?
I don't remember. Well, I've done past age.
Past age from the
I didn't
draft.
have to go to that now. When I went, when you got 18, they're gonna get you. If you
Yeah, in World War II.
they weren't gonna hardly turn you down. Yeah. But Bill got drafted. My boy was younger than me, and he didn't have to go. Kennison got drafted one time, but they turned him down on account of his eyes.
That would have been Vietnam, probably, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah. Was Donald in Vietnam?
Because
he's in the military.
I think that paper said he flew a mission over Vietnam, didn't he?
Because he's about the same age as Kenneth, ain't he? Pretty close, or was?
He was. He died. You know. He
Yeah.
dead.
I'm about to say, what was the same age
It's
as
in
Kenneth?
that book. There's a write-up in there about him.
Oh, yeah.
So where was your favorite place when you were on a ship? Was there one of the ports that you liked more than the other when you?
Belgium was more like we are. I was in Antwerp, Belgium, and Ghent, Belgium both. And that's more. Now, when we first trip we went to Belgium, went to Antwerp, you go up that little town, about all people see us ones in little shops. The Germans surrendered while we was there. And you couldn't get through that town for people.
Oh, everybody was celebrating.
They come out and celebrated.
Hmm.
They'd see us.
Where was you at then? Antwerp, you said?
Yeah. And we went to Ghent, Belgium. I suppose it looked like it's a man-made channel up through there. It's just wide enough for a ship.
Yeah.
And we went up in there one time. I don't remember why we hauled up in there. But anyway, I was near enough to we could throw candy to the banks to them kids.
Yeah.
And they'd run that ship for miles. And that old woman with a walking stick, I told her something about a sort of bar candy and landed right close to her. One of them little boys run up and grabbed it. She got after him that walking stick.
You started hitting him with the stick.
And she couldn't catch him.
I guess
She's about like I am now.
that must have been pretty narrow if you were they.
It wasn't that
You was
far.
close to the bank, I
Yeah.
guess, to be
They
able to.
just dug it out deep. And
How big was the ship? I mean, it was pretty good
big.
size.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
But that was made for that purpose.
Just
for
to
shipping stuff up in.
yeah. How did they get turned around, or did it go all the way
When you
through?
got up in there, it was wider.
Mm. So they could turn around and come back through,
I suppose that was a river one time.
and they just widened it out for
They
shipping.
picked it for ships.
Hmm.
That's been a long time ago, but Holland was on one side of the
Yeah.
thing. I don't remember. I guess Belgium was on the other side. Them people out over one, that was in Holland. It was Holland people. Cause, them little windmill things they're noted for.
Yeah.
It was all down through there.
So you saw all that stuff, all the big windmills and everything. That'd be pretty neat to see. I bet it was kind of pretty.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. But I don't want to come home.
Could you hear them fighting and stuff there too, or
No, that's about over then.
Yeah, I guess they had already surrendered. How long was each trip? I mean, was you out there for?
Oh, I'd last anywhere from 4 to 6 months.
It's a pretty long time on a boat.
Yeah, and when they come back, I'd come home for a while. And I'd go back for the draft got after me. And see, that wasn't a branch of service then.
Yeah.
They made that a branch of service here not too many years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Kenneth got on the internet and found this guy in Virginia. I think his name was Don Horton. Told him how to get me registered as a veteran. In about 2 weeks, I got my discharge.
Wow. It took them too long. I read something about that where a couple senators were fighting for it, you know, saying because the mortality rate of people, or not mortality, but just casualty rate of people that were on ships like yours.
We lost a lot of people.
Yeah, they were higher than people that were on regular fighting ships, and they were higher than a lot of the other militaries. Because
we had Navy on our ship, had about 25 years because they manned the guns.
That's who they were targeting. That's how it all started. The first ones that were sunk were merchant ships, you know.
That thing, I don't say he made a trip through.
Yeah, he spent one tour of combat duty in Vietnam.
Homer went to Vietnam too, didn't he? Or was it Korea?
Yeah, he went to
Vietnam, yeah.
Probably about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But he was piloted a B-52 bombers. And he was a lieutenant colonel.
All that flying he did, and you never went up with him?
One time.
If you was gonna fly, it wasn't gonna be with Donald, was it?
78, Joe Baldwin knew Chevrolet Camaro. And he was in Fort Worth, Texas. They was living in Becky's out there, and Bud was with him. They was living in a house. So we just got out riding. We went up there, and we got into Fort Worth. It done got dark, and we didn't know where we was at. So we got a motel. Stayed there the next morning. Kenneth called Donald, and he was down in a few minutes. We were right close to where he lived. So we spent one night with him. But I won't ever do that again.
Won't ever do it.
That wasn't too comfortable.
Well, you can't now.
He was, wasn't he stationed up there pretty close to where I live at one time?
He was in
Kansas.
Texas.
Kansas. Leavenworth or something like that? Or-
Wichita, Kansas. I don't know if it's Wichita. When they come back here, they send him to Kansas. And he's like 2 years having his time or 3, might have been 3, to retire. And he didn't like Kansas. So when he got his time in, he retired. He said he's up for another promotion. But he said if they'd sent him back to Shreveport, he'd went back down there because he liked it down there. There's some good fishing and all that stuff he liked down there.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was, because you know Offutt is in Omaha. That's the Strategic Air Command. Minot, that's North Dakota, ain't it?
He flew the
I don't blame him for not wanting to be there.
Well, he flew the bombers with the nukes on.
Yeah.
He was in Lubbock, Texas one time.
There's a lot of that where the bombers that we keep up in air, there's a lot of that in our area, my area of the country where I live now, because it's the furthest from any coast for anybody to reach. You know, if anybody ever wanted to attack, it's not going to be the dead middle of the country. It's going to be on any of the coasts. So
He was in Wichita,
He stayed in
Kansas,
Germany 3 years. They liked it over there.
Ramstein, Germany.
Germany.
That's the places he was stationed.
You didn't ever go to Germany?
I didn't go to Germany.
That's where my dad
I went to
lives.
Italy,
Germany.
England, France, and Belgium over there. And,
Luxembourg? Didn't you go to Luxembourg?
no,
I thought you told me you went to Luxembourg.
no, I didn't go to Germany. And
No.
I went to Aruba and down through the canal to Honolulu and back. Come back through the canal and we come into Fort Worth, Texas, and the war was over and I come home.